Season 2 is live, and you know what that means. There's a new rocket pass and a new car. So that's what we're going to be checking out today. The Remix. And purchase. Pro tip, if you get the premium rocket pass and get to tier 110, you make back all 1,000 credits, and then you can just buy the next rocket pass for free. That's what I do. So let's take a look at a couple of the decals that come with the Remix. So by default, you'll get flames, which is a classic one. It's cool. It has like some flames coming along the side. Oh, that reminds me. There's a super unique thing about this car. Okay, so at tier 70, the Remix gets these super cool flames that go in like the little pocket here. Like flames there, and then like along the sides. No other Rocket Pass car has had this, and it's a super cool look. And I bet if you get it painted, it probably changes the color of the flames, I would guess. Anyway, super cool thing about this car. This is tier 70. Okay, so back to the decals. So we got the flames one, comes with it by default. We got stripes, which is a really basic looking one if you want a simple, subtle look. There's tech, which is probably my favorite of the default ones. I like this. Actually, if we put it in the blue one, yeah, look at that. It gives it kind of a really subtle outline, which is cool. And then we have wings. So those are the basic ones that come with it. And so there's also decals that are unlocked through the Rocket Pass, the premium Rocket Pass. This is tier 9. There's another one at tier 18. Got Fat Line at tier 34. These are all exclusive to the Remix. Ombre, which that is really clean looking. That's the same kind of outline effect, but tier 47. Then we have the coolest looking one at tier 52. This one is an incredibly unique decal. I've never seen anything like it. If you look really close, it's actually animated too. Right here. See, actually, here, let me make it bigger. Yeah, you can see there's a really, really subtle movement there. It's very cool. And the last two here are this one, which is, I don't know how to say, Anthrophobe. Very cool. And the classic Huntress. So there's a lot of really cool, unique decals for this car. So now on to the hitbox of the car. The Remix has a hybrid hitbox. That means that it's a mixture of the Octane and the Dominus. So the Octane is a tall hitbox and the Dominus is a long one. So it gets the best of both worlds. That does mean that if you're used to like the Dominus or the Octane hitbox, it might take a little getting used to before you are comfortable using the Remix. But let's do something. This is the new stadium. I haven't actually played in it. I like the little sounds with it. Season 2 is pretty cool. But let's take a look at the hitbox up close, if we can here. So by just setting the car on the ground, we can kind of see where the edges of the hitbox are. Oh, interesting. So the top of the car is quite a bit above the visual top. See how it's like at the top of the rabbit head? So that might be a little bit disorienting. The other important area is how is the front of the car. So let's try and... So it looks like the front of the car is about where the middle of the headlights are. So kind of in the middle of that headlight where you can see that little white light there. That seems to be about the front of the hitbox, which could be a little disorienting. Let's check the sides here. Oh, the side is clean. Did you see that? Oh, it's really like closely lined up with the ground. Oh, that's good. Basically, you want the visuals of the car to match the hitbox of it. So while the front might be a little weird, the side seems to be really nice. And let's check the back. Usually the back is not as important. Yeah, it kind of goes a little bit through the car, sort of at the back of the back wheel well. But yeah, it's a cool little trick that you can do is, you know, you just put the car on whatever side you want and you can check out the hitbox for yourself without any mods right in game. So we're going to try out the remix in-game, and there's 4 key things that I want to try and just see how they feel. So first one is 50/50s, which we'll get a chance to do right here. The remix is a hybrid car, and that means that it feels like you're driving a very, very large boat. 50/50s tend to feel really easy, and that's true of all hybrid cars, and the remix is no different. So it feels really nice with 50/50s, and that's what I expected, because it's so big. I believe hybrid cars have the largest surface area out of any Hitbox preset, so that's a really, really good thing in your favor when you're doing 50/50s. The other thing I wanted to try out was dribbling, but he was not going to let me do that, as you might expect. I see he is also trying the new car. Excellent choice, excellent choice. Oh, that was a good shot, that was a good shot. That's another thing that I want to try is aerial shots. How does it feel in the air, you know? Turning, and how easy is it to like get power and such. And power shot time with low boost. That's pretty much how I would expect it to feel. The thing about power shots is you need to know where your corners are. And because of that thing that we discovered with the front part of the hitbox where it kind of goes into the ground a little bit, it does feel like a little bit soft, but like all cars, once you get used to it, it's really not a big deal. So it didn't feel too weird. Oh, aerial. Yeah, that's another thing about the hybrid hitbox. Oh, dude, player anthems, so cool. But with hybrid hitboxes, again, it feels so big. You have a ton of like dominus, like long nosedness, and the octane tall skyscraperness. It's just, it just feels like you have so much to work with. Whoa, oh man, that power shot felt pretty good actually. Oh, he's leaving it. Dribble chance? Yes, let's see how that. Oh wow, it is tall. It's so tall. Oh wow, what a wholesome person. But yeah, it actually doesn't feel as weird as I was expecting. You sort of imagine that if the ball is going to be like super far above the car, that it's going to feel weird and like displaced, but it actually felt totally normal. I don't know if that's because I have a topper on my car or what, but oh, he did get the pinch. Oh my goodness, I can't believe I saved that. Let's see about a flick. Well, yeah. With flicks, you have to know where the mid point of your car is, kind of like the rotation point. And so we'll see how easy that is to figure out if I can even get a flick. This guy's pretty good, but I like that he's using the remix. Well, that's a power shot and a half. Thanks. Oh, I forgot to nice shot him. I'll have to nice shot him next time. Oh. Now he's giving examples of dribbling. Actually, let's watch this, because I think he did a flick at the end here. A little bit. Not too shabby. It's nice because it's so tall that you have a lot of space to work with when you pop the ball up. It does make it a little bit harder to get it on your car, but once you have it on your car, then you do have a bit of an advantage over something like a Dominus or a Batmobile or a Plank Hitbox. Ooh, that's looking fancy. Well played indeed. Okay, we got to try and get a flick in training, but all of the other points felt very good. So yeah, 50/50s felt great with this car. Dribbling felt very comfortable. Aerials also felt very comfortable. Your car just feels so big that it seems like easy to hit the ball. What was the other thing? Oh yeah, power shots. I expected that to be a lot worse than it was. I actually felt very comfortable with power shots as well. So let's try a flick here. Ooh. Yeah, finding the mid spot spot might be difficult. There we go, a nice little flick. I did notice that because you have the ball on your car, like, and it's sort of floating above your car, it can actually make the flicks a little bit tricky at first, but it doesn't really take too much to get used to. Yeah, once you kind of have the midpoint figured out, then it's really no big deal. So, I mean, that would just be a matter of like sitting in free play and just trying flicks or whatever your skill level equivalent is until you get a sense of where the midpoint of the car is. And that would probably also make aerials easier too, because that's like your rotation point and such. So overall, while I would say that the visual look of the car doesn't really match the hitbox, it actually feels okay, which is surprising to me. And the look of this car is gorgeous. It looks like a lot of my favorite cars in real life. It's so cool. So, yeah, I hope that this gave you enough information to make an informed decision about Rocket Pass 2. I know that personally, I really like to know this kind of stuff ahead of time, so I figured that I would share what I had, the knowledge that I had, and hopefully it helps you. But that's going to be it for this video. I hope you enjoyed, and it was informative, and I'll catch you next time. Later.